Mhm. 11. Oh, okay. That's the last one. Okay. So let's see. Good evening. What is your full name, please?
Frank Anthony Quinones.
All right, Mr. Gianos, you're charged with one count of domestic violence assault, one count of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I will release you. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is going to be in Justice Court, October 22nd, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. You do have a right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. If you hire one, when you go to court, you can ask if you would qualify for an attorney to be appointed. But just make sure you show up October 22nd at 10:30 a.m. You are excused. Thank you.
You. Sure. Well, I'm just go back. Salazar.
What is your full name, please?
Andrew Manuel Salazar.
You're charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I will release you from custody, but you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand?
Uh,
Don't have contact with, who's the person here? Anissa. No, Angel's girlfriend, Anissa. Okay. Yeah, don't have contact with her. Don't call her. Don't text her. Don't social media her. Do not go to where she lives. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. I'm going to give you a chance to appear on your own in Justice Court, October 22nd at 10:30 a.m. If you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You are excused. Thank you.
you got it. 24.
What is your full name, please?
Gonzalo Gabriel Sanchez Jr.
You're charged with one count of domestic violence assault, one count of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent. You may hire counsel if you would like to do that. Otherwise, when you show up in justice court, I'm going to release you October 22nd at 10:30 a.m. You can talk to the court about being screened for appointment of counsel. Do not commit to any further acts of domestic violence while you're on release status. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're excused. Thank you. Jail, do we have any Spanish-speaking individuals?
No, Your Honor, we do not.
Is there a Spanish interpreter?
Yes, there is, Your Honor. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. You're excused and just be available in case we call you back.
Absolutely. I'll have your phone here. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening. What is your full name, sir?
Russell Gordon Webster.
Mr. Webster, you had two cases in warrant status at a justice court. One case was a domestic violence, I'm sorry. One case was a disorderly conduct case from February 25th of 2025. The other case was a domestic violence assault from June 18th, 2025. I am going to quash the warrants. Your bond in each case is $250.
Right.
Your attorney is going to be Gary Grinchewich. You're going to see a judge tomorrow, October 13th at 1:00 p.m. in Justice Court. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your full name, please?
My full name is Manuel David Almazat.
All right, Mr. Almazan, you are charged with one count of domestic violence assault. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by counsel. Right now, I'm going to allow you to be released on your own recognizance. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is going to be in Tucson City Court, November 10th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Make sure you appear in court. If not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, you'll get paperwork. Thank you. You're excused. What is your full name, please?
Anthony Fernando Gutierrez.
Mr. Gutierrez, you pick up new charges of domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. I was looking at your other two files that are pending in city court, and you were not supposed to be having any contact with Ariana Miranda. I understand this new case involves her again. You have two domestic violence cases already pending in city court, and they both involve her. This is a third case involving her. Your bond is set at $2,500. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. You'll see the judge in city court October 20th at 2:00 p.m. whether you post a bond or whether you're still in custody. Your attorney will be in touch with you to talk to you about your cases. You are excused. Thank you.
May I ask you a question?
Yes,
Why is the bond so high?
because you have two pending domestic violence cases involving the same victim, and you were court-ordered not to have any contact with her. And allegedly, this new case involves her again. So the bond is high.
Ma'am, I know that, I know how you made your decision, but I have two jobs and I have college to go to. I don't want to lose everything because of this. Is there any way
You
that
can
you
post a bond, or you can talk to your attorney about filing a motion with the judge. You're
you aren't you the judge?
Yep.
Can I ask one more question, please?
Go ahead.
Just one more question. There's no way that you're willing to release me on an ankle monitor or something, some sort of anything like that.
Not at this time, sir. You can post the bond, or you can talk to your attorney about filing a motion before the next judge about a bond reduction.
Thank you.
What is your full name, sir?
Zachary James Larson.
You had a warrant for your arrest at a justice court. It was for a second-degree criminal trespass case from November 1st of 2024. For that case, I'm going to quash the warrant. I will release you. Your next
Thank you.
court date is going to be November 4th at 2:00 p.m. in justice court. But you also have several cases in city court. You had two new cases. One is a criminal trespass and drug paraphernalia. And then you have a separate case from today's date, drug paraphernalia and failure to comply with a court order. So you have two new
Can I
cases.
please, ma'am,
Hold
sorry
on.
to interject.
Yeah.
I have an interview tomorrow and an interview on Tuesday. I tried telling that to the cop, but he believed me, but he didn't check my notebook. I have it written in my notebook. I've been doing the methadone at CMS, and it's the first time I actually really tried. I just got off probation. I completed probation, and I really am trying to get a job, and I just had two interviews, and it's tomorrow. I need to try to shower and wash my clothes tonight. If I could please be released tonight, even on those
Larson,
paraphernalia.
you picked up two new cases, and you already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases in warrant status. You filed a motion to quash those warrants on those 5 cases. You didn't bother to show up on July 14, 2025. So those warrants still remain in effect. And then you picked up two new cases, one from today's date and let me see. One from October 1st for criminal trespass and drug paraphernalia. Your bond is
Yeah.
$1,000. City public defenders appointed. Your next hearing,
How much?
$1,000. Your next hearing
$1,000 for paraphernalia.
first at 1:45 p.m. Your excuse. Thank you. What is your full name, sir?
Charlie Michael Posey.
Mr. Posey, you had several cases in warrant status on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's like 22 warrants and then a new charge of soliciting, all charges involving soliciting. I'm going to quash those warrants, enter pleas of not guilty, set your bond at $1,000, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. October 20th at 1:45 p.m. is your next hearing date in the city court. Your attorney will be out to see you. You're excused. Thank you. What is your full name, sir?
Winston Magali.
Mr. Oley, you are charged with new charges of aggravated DUI with a suspended license, aggravated DUI with a passenger under the age of 15 in the vehicle. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I am going to hear, the county attorney's office, the prosecutor's office is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. Mr. Oley, I'm going to allow you to be released to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. Sir, while you're on release status, you cannot drink any alcohol. Do not take any illegal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set November 3rd at 1:30 p.m. Stay in touch with pretrial services and your attorney and make your court appearances. Do you understand, sir?
Good luck.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
It'll be good.
What is your full name, please?
Joey Tavena Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, you were arrested for a charge of a Class 6 felony, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia charge. The state has made a decision at this time to dismiss your case without prejudice. I am going to dismiss your case without prejudice, release you from custody. However, you still have a U.S. Marshal hold on you, so the U.S. Marshals will pick you up. All right, sir, you are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your full name, please?
Crystal Orozco Jimenez.
You're charged with one count of aggravated DUI. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. The prosecutor's office is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I will release you to their supervision. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. While you're on release status, you are not allowed to drink any alcohol. You cannot take any illegal drugs, and you cannot drive without a valid license. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set November 3rd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Stay in touch with your attorney, pretrial services. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give them a call. Does your attorney go out with in a couple days and then they'll let you know?
What is your full name, please?
Kevin Alfredo del Video.
You are charged with 3 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct with a weapon. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutors regarding his bond amount, and then I'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's requesting $25,000 with pretrial services, given that a knife was involved in the incident. We have 3 victims, same victim in the pending misdemeanor DV case that he has going on.
Defense counsel.
Judge, weighing towards Kevin's release this evening, he is 19 years old. He has no prior felony history and no prior convictions either, and that includes any relevant juvenile history, at least in the information that I get through here. He's confirmed to me that he is a lifelong Tucsonan, if you are worried about releasing him, Judge, I would like to note that his mom does not object to his release, and he does have places to go that other than their shared residence. He has an aunt in town as well as his grandma. He is engaged, Judge, in education through Grad Solutions. That's a program through Goodwill. They help him with housing, job search, all of that. So I do believe that pretrial services would be appropriate. If you're not inclined to release Kevin, Judge, we would be asking for a much more reasonable bond of $1,100, given that he is a 19-year-old with no employment history and addictions.
Mr. Venturia, your bond set at $10,000. No, don't go back to your mom's house. If you're able to post that bond, you must comply with any bond treatment as directed by pretrial services, possess no firearms or weapons. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. October 22nd, 2025 at 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. You're excused.
Rodriguez? I don't know.
What is your full name, please?
My name is Ryan Tyler Rodriguez.
You are charged with domestic violence, aggravated harassment. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, the state's requesting $10,000 based on the domestic violence history. He's got 2 felony prior and 3 misdemeanor prior domestic violence convictions. The case involves a clear violation of an order of protection to which he was repeatedly calling the victim while even law enforcement was present.
Defense counsel?
Judge, when towards his release, he is a lifelong Tucsonan, and he does have employment. If you are inclined to hold him, Judge, we would ask for a more reasonable bond of $1,100.
Mr. Rodriguez, your bond is set at $10,000 for the reasons stated by the prosecutor's office. No contact with your family member. Don't go back to that residence location. Possess no firearms or weapons. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set to October 22nd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Actually, also, you have a misdemeanor case for one charge of, let's see, hold on a second. 2506A. It's out of justice court, and it's for a charge of failing to appear on a domestic violence threats and intimidation case. I'm going to quash the warrant, release you because you're being held on a felony. Your next hearing date in justice court is October 22nd at 8:30 a.m., and I'll let them know that you're in custody on a felony matter. You are excused. Thank you.
Judge, that's Justice Court, correct?
Yes, justice
Oh,
court.
right. Mr. Rodriguez?
One nose. One nose.
What is your full name, sir?
William Richard Wanez.
Mr. Wanitz, you have 2 separate felony cases. One is a felony warrant for your arrest for 3 charges of unlawful possession, narcotic drug paraphernalia possession. The alleged incident date was December 14, 2023. I'm going to quash the warrant, enter pleas of not guilty. The state is asking for a $2,500 bond on that warrant. You also had new charges from today's date for unlawful possession of narcotic drug, aggravated DUI, unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right in both cases to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearings. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendations, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman?
Yes, Your Honor. The new interim complaint was for offenses, I believe, from 2024, but he was on release for a separate felony case. So we're recommending the $7,500 bond. in lieu of no bond, coupled with pretrial services just based on the unreleased status, and the fact that he's also pending the case that he has a warrant for. In the warrant case, I do not believe he was on release for that matter, so that's why I requested the warrant amount. And there's a third case you're not going to be seeing him on. He's going to be seen in Superior Court that he was in warrant status. So based on the totality of the circumstances, that is why the state's recommending what it is in both of the respective matters.
Defense counsel?
Sounds like given all the warrants going on, Judge, I think that we would just need a reasonable bond of $1,100 for.
Mr. Wenas, on the 3 counts of narcotic drug possession from December 14, 2023, your bond is set at $2,500. On the newest case, your bond is set at $7,500. Both cases, the public defender's office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment for the warrant case is set for October 20th at 1:30 p.m. And then for your newest charges from 2024, your preliminary hearing is set to October 22nd at 1:30 p.m. And your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Is Mr. Washington still unavailable, or is he
No, we
here?
got him here.
Okay.
Sir, what is your full name, please?
Jason Washington.
All right, so you have 2 separate felony cases. One is from October 11th of 2024. It charges you with unlawful possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of a narcotic paraphernalia, unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, and an aggravated DUI charge. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. And then, yes, you also are here on a separate felony from October 4th for recklessly displaying a firearm. And I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. For both cases, you are and have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to have the prosecutor's office give their bond recommendation. And right now you do have a probation hold also on you. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state was recommending separate $25,000 bonds in each case. One case involves him producing, a firearm during that incident, and in I call the drug case, it's involving a substantial quantity of it looks like drugs here. We're talking in excess of 5,000 fentanyl pills. The statutory threshold for crack cocaine is 0.75 grams. It looks like there's approximately at least 145 grams of that. So just based on that, that's why the state recommended what it did, in addition to being on that probation that the court mentioned.
Defense counsel.
Just one moment, Judge. So, Judge, we just be asking for a nominal bond, given that there is that probation hold for time credits.
Mr. Washington, for the narcotic drug case, your bond is set at $25,000. Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set to October 22nd at 1:30 p.m. And then for the firearm case, your bond is set at $25,000. Again, Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing in that case is set for October 22nd at 1:30 p.m. And in both cases, you're not allowed to possess any firearms or any weapons. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you. You're excused. And everyone's excused.
Judge,
Thank you. Have
Your Honor.
a good evening. All right, sorry about that. Washington, you had a misdemeanor case, brand new charges for domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. The incident date was from September 17, 2025. It involves one charge of domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Set your bond in this case at $1,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with Jeanette. So she may call you or try to, but you cannot have contact with her. You've got to refuse her visits for now. I'm going to appoint a city public defender's office to represent you, and you'll see a judge in city court October 22nd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you on this case also. So you have two separate attorneys. Thank you. You're excused, sir.